Hello, everybody. I'm Ella,
And
and this is
Angel.
this is my girl Chelle. Well, I'm
Yes.
her girl, Ella. All right, so we are from the Psychic Clinic, and we
Yeah.
have a announcement. We're announcing our 10 hour,
10
10 whole
hours.
hours. Like we don't have jobs or other things to do, but like 10
Stop it.
whole
10
hours,
hour live stream. Just for you.
girl,
Just
just
for
for you.
you. Yeah. Fine.
So we should probably explain why this is important. And so, first of all, the 10-hour live stream is on Valentine's Day.
Mhm.
So, all you singles who don't have anything to do on Valentine's Day, you don't have a date, or your date is working, or what have you, come join us.
Yeah.
10 hours. We're going to sit here. And why this is important from the Psychic Clinic. As you can see, I'm Ella from empathyneeded.com, which is basically a website where you can get your readings. I am how would I say it? Like an energy intuitive, psychic energy intuitive.
Yes.
There's like, I guess, yeah, and Chelle is a psychic energy
I'm an
intuitive.
intuitive tarot reader girl.
There you go. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I like we should probably explain like a process. My process is I get insights. So I tune into energies and I get insights about people, places, things.
Mhm.
And I will use tarot to clarify what information and what downloads that I'm receiving.
Mhm.
So I'm more the insight girl, but Shell, you wanna
I think I'm the clarity girl. So I am an intuitive tarot reader, and the way that I do my readings is I will choose the cards. So I'll shuffle. I will stop when I feel called to, place the cards out, and I look at what the cards, what they typically mean. But I also go with what I feel and any thoughts that come to me as well when I'm trying to answer someone's question. But for me, the way that I read, I'm very much like straight to the point. And just so you know, my business is called Sugar X Tarot. So my website is sugarxtarot.com. But when I'm doing my readings, I do not sugarcoat. So I keep it
no
very real. We both do. I feel we keep it real when we do our readers with you. We're not just going to tell you what we think you might want to hear and stuff like that. We don't read like that. So that's how I read on my side. So we're two different readers, different kind of styles, but our overall goal is to help people. And we're always trying to like help people get insights and clarity and guide people because look, life is hard, whether it's love or career or whatever. And I feel
that
that
part.
this live stream that we're doing on Valentine's Day to help the singles, even those in relationships, because those are hard too, like whoever, whatever
Oh,
your situation is, come and join us for our live streaming marathon. And it's going to be a good time. That's all I can say about that. It's going to be a good time. So,
yes, yes. So Shell is in London
yes.
and I am in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So I think backstory, we're both from London and we met about 20 something years ago. And we've been
Mm-hmm.
friends for that long. I mean, we've always been really intuitive. We've always been really
Yeah.
connected to spirit,
Yeah.
angels, God, and what have you, and being able to get downloads. But it wasn't until recently. For Shell, it was like, what, 5 or so years ago
Yeah. About that.
where you started doing it professionally.
Yeah.
Personally, I've always been sensitive. Like I'll share my insights, I'll share my downloads, channels, dream interpretation, and things like that. But I didn't start doing it like professionally as when I was earning money from it until like is it last year?
Yeah.
I mean, I tried,
Mm-hmm.
but then I was always like that fear because when you're sharing your gifts like that, and this is vulnerable stuff. You get into a vulnerable
Exactly.
space, right? So there is an aspect, and there's also this whole kind of distrust with tarot. And
There's
anytime I
judgment.
bring it up to people, they're like, you know, you're, you know, come to the God side. I'm like, what makes you think I'm not channeling
Mm.
God, right?
Right?
I don't call it God. I'll call it like God, source, creator, what have you. But I love angels, as you can see,
Mm-hmm.
everything angels,
Yep.
everything angels.
Angel wings girl. Yeah.
Yes, got my angel wings.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing missing is like incense smoke.
I
I'm totally
know.
channeling
We should have got some
hippie.
props. We should have got some props. Like, smoke, like, I need some fairy lights and I don't even know, something. It's all right. Don't
Maybe
worry.
we will for the
Girl, when we go live for real,
alpha.
there's going to be things
Yes.
on my wall. because this is not working for me at all. But anyway,
I feel you. I just had to move this from another wall. It was like I need something behind me. I'm extra right now, so I'm channeling my extra.
that's it. Give
So
me
yeah. As I was saying, we one thing about us, we kind of go into the woods. We we detour
we do. We
a
really
lot,
do. We do.
but we'll come back. We'll come back. Hence, like we have a list.
Hmm.
We have a list.
We do have a list.
Um, so we individually we work as readers,
Hmm.
and so there were times where we would come together, like for example, if I was going through something or Chelle was going through something, we would pull some cards, or we'll consult each other on what it is that we feel, what we're is so she'll consult me on like what insights or downloads I'm coming across. If like let's say there's a business opportunity, or I mean a romantic opportunity, like she'll ask me on like how I can tune in and feel about that. And I'll do the same with her.
Exactly.
And it just got to the point where it evolved into, okay, let's pull some cards. And then we'd find that we were discussing things on like, we were looking at the same set of cards, but we were getting different information. And then at some point we were like, we could really help people like this with just the both of us. We help people individually, but like if we came together, like,
Exactly. I feel like, yes, we read differently. We've discovered we read differently. And even what you were saying about when we're helping each other, we're looking at the same set of cards and we get different information. But the overall, like, theme or the message that you're supposed to get from the reading, I feel like we both land on the same page. And I think that's just such a fascinating thing because we're in two different countries, even though we've known each other for a long time, but I feel like we are very much in tune. And so I feel like when we are doing readings for people jointly, and that is something we will be offering, um, you're getting two friends that have been friends for over 20 years. We do read differently, but we care. We are very caring people. We want to help. And I feel like even though we read in a different way and we get different information, because she gets like, I feel like I call them downloads. You get like
yeah.
downloads and information that I just don't get because I'm an intuitive reader. But then when I'm looking at the cards, I feel things or thoughts will come to me. So it's different, but we still get to the same kind of overall message or vibe. And I just find that so fascinating. I'll never get over that. I'll never get over it.
Same.
So yeah,
Same.
that's my little 2 cents on that.
I feel you. I definitely like Shell is the clarity girl. Like if you're represented by any cards, is the swords. Like the queen of swords.
I'm
She
just
comes through, she's got that sword, she's got her hand, she's like, I'm going this way. Like
Mhm.
I wonder, can we swear? Cut the BS. She's
I
like
mean, I don't even know. I think we should keep it real. Come on now.
I think
I'm
so. So
swearing in every day.
on this, I'm just gonna cut the bullshit. It's done in a compassionate way, but
Mm.
it's also whereas I use a lot of words to get to where I need to
Yeah.
go.
I'm very much
Yeah,
direct, like to the
yeah,
point.
I'm very
And I feel like,
flowery. Like
yeah, with like, as we've been friends for quite a while, like, when I'm telling a story, let's say I've been through something and I'm telling her what's going on, it's straight facts. And then
yeah,
what I've realized, there have been times where like I'll forget something and then I'll tell her at a later date. And she'll be like, girl, you completely missed out like that part. Like there are bits that probably people want to know of a story and I just don't tell you that. I tell you the main parts and then that's
I
it.
keep moving.
But yeah, so I feel like in my readings I am kind of like that and I think you are very much like the details and all the other stuff.
Yeah,
So I think that combination is
yeah,
it's a good combo. It's definitely, but yeah, we are very different in that sense. I'm very
yeah,
much like direct and straight to the point.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say though that now doing it professionally, it helped me
Mm,
be more concise
mhm,
because it's like you've got a certain amount of minutes and I have a lot of information and downloads that come through.
mm.
So I want to make sure that I tell them. So I can't go into the woods. I
Yeah.
can't detour
No, but
as often as I'd like.
of course. But
But
some
still,
people appreciate that.
I appreciate that.
Mhm.
That some people appreciate that. It's like sometimes though, and so we get a lot of readings about love. Like people will
Mhm.
be like, okay, what's going on? I've just started seeing somebody. Is this going to go anywhere? Is my significant other cheating or like seeing someone else, or is there other stuff going on?
Mhm.
Whereas you will probably be like, yes, this is what I see. I just don't want to hurt someone's feelings,
No, of
so
course.
I
But
always try to be like,
hold on. Let me defend myself because now people are out here
hold
thinking
on.
if I answer a question that she's going to just break my heart and be blunt. Like that. Listen, I've had this before many a time. I had a woman who asked me, was her man cheating? And the cards were like deception, seven of swords, like knight of wands. Girl, like heartbreak, three of swords. And I was just like, well, something's going down. There's something.
Yeah,
So I said to her, listen, it does look like he's up to no good. There was a female energy, a queen of something, swords, coins, whatever came out. And I was like, and so I told her, yes, I do believe from what the cards are saying that he is up to no good. So I didn't just say yes, but I will tell you because this is the thing. This is what I'm saying. Like I feel like we are very honest people and we want to help. And so how would it help you if we're like looking at the cards and it's indicating a yes, but we're telling you no? You know,
yeah,
that doesn't help. So yes, I will tell you, but I think the way that you would deliver it is just
yeah.
different.
Okay,
It's
there you go.
different and
Delivery,
gentler. Gentler, is that a word? More gentle than me. More
gentler. Yeah,
gentle.
yeah,
Deliver it in a more gentler way than what I would, but I was still. You're still going to get the same information. It's just it's delivered slightly differently. But I had to defend
yeah.
myself, girl. So
No, no. You know what? I have to say, I really like your delivery because a lot of times it takes me out of my head. I can spend a lot of times in my head and the clouds sometimes. So
Mhm.
you will talk me down from the trees a lot of times. You're like,
Yeah.
I mean, think we just happened the other day. I don't remember what it was we were talking about, but I do remember I was like la 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 la, and you were like, yeah, no, that's not
I
what
can't
it
remember what
is.
it
And I
was
was like,
now.
no,
Yeah, I remember the
but I get
conversation.
it.
Yeah, I remember the conversation. But yeah,
It's true.
it
Yeah.
happens. Even to me
It's
though, it happens. Like it happens to everyone. But I'm very just like, I don't know. I've always been like that. I'm just like straight facts and like
mhm, very
just,
grounded.
I guess, yeah. But see, this is why we're friends though.
That
Because
part.
would I get along with someone that's like me? See, we're on a detour right now. This is what we did
Yeah.
mention that we do detours. If I get along with a friend that was just direct and straight to the point, like me all the time, we probably would have a bit of, I don't know, maybe some issues.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's
And
a conversation for another time, I guess.
I don't think I should be probably around other flowery people because nothing would get done.
We
I keep
balance each other out. We balance each
that
other
part,
out. Let's
yeah.
put it like that.
So,
We definitely do.
um, but yeah, so I think that that's where we are. There's the other thing. I don't know how long we've been on right now, but we've taken probably about 10 minutes just to introduce that we could have said in like 2
13.
minutes. Did I do it? Okay, fair enough. So, yeah, the 10-hour live, it's not going to be just us talking like this. Actually, we were organized. So we're going to like be a little bit organized and just kind
We
of give
just tried.
a I know, right? So let me pull up this list. And on the day I'm going to have it printed out because
Mhm.
yeah, this is not it. All right, so we're going to be answering questions. So email us at the psychic clinic 444
Oh, we got dark.
at Gmail.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. Let's just repeat that email because I was singing over you like, yes, 444. Sorry. Do it again, guys. Do the email address again. I'm not going to say anything. I
So
promise.
you can remember it, right? Yeah. It's the THE psychic. I was gonna start with an S, girl. Anyway,
Bam.
the psychic clinic 444 at gmail.com.
We put it on the
The
screen.
psychic clinic 444 at gmail.com.
Bam.
So
Yes. Yeah, sorry. We'll make sure it's on the screen so that you can see the
yes,
email address
you
or in
see
the
it.
description or something. But yeah, if you want a reading, you need to email us basically. So that would
Yes.
be how you get in contact with us because that is what we're going to be doing on the day. On our live streaming marathon, we're going to be answering questions, talking about love related topics, which we'll go through and stuff like that. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to need
Yeah.
that email address.
Oh, people, if you want a private reading, please specify that, but that will be something different.
Mm-hmm.
For the live stream, if you need to be aware that if it's for the live stream, it's going to be public. So we're going to be doing the readings online. and therefore other people are going to watch it. So please be aware that the readings will be public. We invite you to share what's going on in your relationships, anything you need advice and guidance on. Um, we will also be so these are the topics that we will be working on and doing readings on, and kind of also giving general just what comes through. I've got my cards here, my deck of cards,
Yeah,
and Chelle's got hers. So
I
we'll be
have
pulling cards
mine.
and we'll be
Yes, it's
deciphering
here.
information
Mhm.
on what it's about. So this is going to be not in any specific order, but we'll do the singles love clinic, calling all single gentlemen, ladies,
Everybody.
everybody.
Hmm.
Tell us your story and let's consult tarot for answers. We're also going to be doing a segment on healing heartbreak.
Hmm.
So, if you're dealing with a breakup, divorce, considering ending a romantic relationship, come talk to us.
We will also be doing what we call the cheating bin. My friend has chosen that name. So this is not in order. The cheating bin. If you're a cheater or you've been cheated on, come on through and speak to
No,
us.
no, no. You have to. Or the cheatee.
Well, okay, if you've been cheating on, or yeah, basically, listen, you know what we're talking about. Either you've been cheated on, or you're cheating. One of the two. We have questions for the cheaters first of all. So if you're
The
feeling
answers.
brave, come on through because we've got some questions for you in regards to maybe the whys, you know,
Mm-hmm.
the hows, where's the most riskiest place. We got questions. And if you've been cheated on, obviously that's not a nice experience to go through. And we want
Yeah.
to try and help you and, help you work through any heartbreak or anything like that, give you some insight and stuff like that. So we have the cheating bin for your stories in regards to that. We've also got single parent dating as well. That's another thing that we want to be talking about. So we invite you to share your experiences as a single parent and what your dating experiences have been like. We want to talk about that with you, what your views are on single parents, dating, all that kind of thing. Twin flames. Now, here's the thing. My girl, I feel like, is the person to talk about the twin flame side of things because for me, I am aware of it, the karmics, the twin flames, all of that. But I will say in my readings, it's not something that I typically will talk about or expand on because it's not my kind of thing. But my girl, you want to talk about that and that segment, then yeah, I think that's more. You could probably do it more justice than me.
Yeah. Um, and deeper into the rabbit hole of hippiness do I go. I just so yeah, I know I have empathy, a lot of empathy for folks who are on the twin flame journey because it's gotten such a bad rap.
Mm,
Um and but I've tuned into people and I feel those who are actually on the journey because I feel like it's such a relatively new concept and there's so little information about it relatively.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got a really bad rap and some people will there's definitely a difference between the pull and the magneticness of a twin flame that you can't get away from
Mm-hmm.
and something that is toxic, that's something that is pulling you in because it's toxic, so there are differences between that. And it's been very interesting when I give readings on people and I'm like, oh, so you're on this journey, I wish you could tell me about it, but then they look into me and like, you're the psychic, I need you to tell me. I'm like, no, you're the one experiencing it, so share with me. But
Mm-hmm.
I do get some downloads and things. And then we're also going to be doing a little matchmaking.
Yes, I'm excited about that. I can't lie.
Me too, me
I'm very
too.
excited because I want to go to some weddings.
Okay.
If we can
You
make
hear
that
about some
happen,
baby showers?
yes, girl, I'm trying to go to some weddings. So yes, matchmaking now. If you are single and you are looking for love, let us
Single and
know.
looking.
Let us know. Email us. Send us a photo as well. Tell us about yourselves because we want to try and make some connections if we can. So let us know. I think that's going to be like a really cool segment. I really do. I'm looking forward to
Yes.
that for real.
I'm
Um,
excited.
I'm so excited too. Also, we've got a section about family, and that is in
Hmm.
regards to family members. who interfere in your love connections, relationships, that kind of thing. You know, family members that always got something to say, or they're trying to put
Oh,
you off a person, but you feel like in your heart that person's good and they're right for you, and someone else is telling you in your family, no, he's not right for you, and just interfering
yeah.
and ruining things and just mashing up your whole love life. Come and speak to us. Share your
Mashing up.
story. Share your story. Interfering mothers and all that kind of thing. Whatever. Just come and talk to us, and we will try to give you some insights in regards to
Well,
what's going on with all that kind of thing. What else is there? I'm sure we've got another segment or two. Let's have a look. See. Hold on a minute. Psychic Readings 101. Ooh, getting a tarot reading. Oh, girl, this is the etiquette around getting a tarot reading. So, yes, let's talk about that.
oh, okay. Okay.
But,
Hold
yes,
on.
tarot reading 101 is a chance for us to really talk about, like, maybe from our side, tarot readers and the things that we have to kind of encounter when it comes to doing readings for people. Because there is a thing sometimes where people feel like they don't have to pay for a reading if they don't like the answer, or they feel like we should read on certain things that we maybe don't feel comfortable on reading on. For example, I don't like reading about health and pregnancy and things like that. It's, for me, unethical. It's a no-go. But, you know, some people have an issue with that. But the thing is, people do need to understand, one, that this is energy work. We are real people. We are putting our energy, we are putting ourselves into these readings to try and help you and to guide you. And so it's only right that we do readings on subjects that we feel comfortable with, first of all, and that if we give you an answer that you feel like you don't like, at the end of the day, we have done the reading. You know, we've attempted to answer the
Respect.
question. We've shared with you what we have seen in the cards, what we felt, whatever downloads we've got. And so, how can we refund you after we've done the reading? Like, that doesn't make sense. And so, there is a thing with that I don't like, where people just feel like they can just have a refund or they can talk to you any kind of way and stuff like that. I've had that where people have been rude and things, and I'm just like, I'm not understanding it. So, girl, I don't know what you know feel about that as well, but I don't like all of that stuff. So,
Mhm. Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, this is a job for us as well, and
mm,
uh, it's like anyone that is putting out a service. That's it. It's a service
mm,
orientated job, and the fact that you're on the website looking for a reading means
yeah,
there's a level of you that understands that you're getting a service. So, like running around after you've gotten the service saying, "Oh, I didn't get what I thought I was going to get." Well, then you tune in,
mm-hmm,
you do it. I think that there's come a point in my life, because for the longest time, you know, I was born an empath, and so you were, and for the longest time, I felt that this gift was a curse. I thought it was a curse because I was privy to information about people that I had absolutely no business having.
mm-hmm,
And some people are walking around there as open books. Like I said, I tune into energy. So I can be in someone's presence and I just know stuff about them.
yeah,
And that's just not the best at times. And so when I was younger, how I would cope with that, and because I was feeling people's feelings, I just never wanted to be in people's bad books because
yeah,
I
same,
would feel the denser, more heavy, negative energies. I would feel those the more than I felt the lighter energies. So if somebody was mad at me, like that would stick, that energy would stick with me for days. And as a child who didn't understand what was going on,
mm,
and I had no way of navigating this. I thought everyone felt like that. Then as the older I got, I realized that no, no, everyone's running around being able to get this information. And obviously one of the reasons I had to leave London was because there's just so many people in so
right.
it's
So
such a
very
small
compact.
space.
Yeah, there's a lot
It
going on.
is. It is. It is. And like you know, sitting on public transport, just constantly getting stuff. But I didn't understand what I was dealing with. So I was that person. You remember me, Chelle? I was the person walking around the
Yeah,
street with my face in a book. I was reading,
yeah,
always reading,
mm-hmm,
because it condensed my attention to not constantly be picking up
yeah,
stuff.
exactly. Mm-hmm.
But the older I've gotten, and I think that when I got pregnant, that sensitivity was to an overwhelming point that I actually couldn't function in the world properly. Um,
Yeah. Mhm.
and so I just like kind of stopped going out because anytime I would encounter people, people come with problems. Let's just be that. It's like people come with problems.
Mhm.
And whether or not they're telling you their problems, if you're able to tune in to what they're feeling, you're feeling those problems. So you would to take them
Everyone
on.
has problems, so yeah,
That
I
part.
get that.
I have problems,
Everyone does. Everybody. Everybody. It's
issues.
different
So I
level of
get
problems, but we all got them.
do.
So
And now I've gone off into the woods again, so I don't know what we do. Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah, this is the job.
it's a job.
This is a job.
Mhm.
And there are, so even though it's a job, it's part of our personalities. It's
Yeah.
part of us because it's not so much that I shut down my abilities
Mhm.
when I turn off when I turn off. It's still open. So in that particular time where I'm reading for someone, it granted it takes more energy to read for someone who I don't know. I'm just hearing a voice on the end of the line. I don't see a picture. I don't see anything. So I'm working extra hard to tune in. And then you're asking me about somebody who else I don't know. At least like when I'm talking to you, I'm tuning into your energy. It's focused on me and you're using your voice and things like that. So now I'm then tuning on another person
Mhm.
who I don't know. I don't know what they look like. I don't know who they are. So I'm just getting an energy signature of which I will tell you. And so all of that, it's images, it's feelings, it's stuff. It's just a lot of energy that runs through my body when I'm giving a reading. And so granted that information may not be what you want, but I've just gone through the ringer to give it to you. So does that mean just because you didn't like it that
Exactly.
what I've gone through, I should not get paid?
Well, this is the thing.
No.
So these are the things we're going to be talking about on the live stream. So it's kind of like call it like a insight into like the life of a tarot reader if you want. So if you wanted to ask us questions on the day, I'm sure we're going to have a chat box or something. What's it like being a tarot reader? Whatever questions you have, how do you read? Like, there's so many things that we want to talk about within that segment of etiquette. And even things like negative reviews, there's so many things we have to deal with as tarot readers. So I feel like that segment's important because it helps you to understand how we work, even how we deal with things, like the negative side of things when it comes to tarot. I just feel like it's very important for us to talk about things because tarot has blown up over the years. It's become very, very, very popular, and there's always going to be people that don't like it for whatever reason. And we're not judging. Like, people don't like tarot, that's fine. And there's going to be people that love it and they want readings constantly all the time, but they don't really understand what tarot is, or maybe they've got questions about it, whatever. So that's what that segment I feel is about, for us to just talk to you about what we do, answer questions, and cover some misconceptions, I think is the best way
Yeah.
to put it.
Mhm.
So we have a lot of things that we want to talk to you about in our 10-hour marathon. So it's a
10 hours.
mixed bag. It's matchmaking. It's doing readings for you in regards to your love lives. It's you getting to know us because we're going to talk about ourselves. We're going to talk about single parent dating. We're going to talk about family interfering, all the things that we've mentioned. Like, we want to talk about whatever it is in regards to love, singles, relationships, whatever, separated, whatever your situation. Please come and join us. We want to help, and genuinely, we do. We want to help. We want to connect with you, and as I said, I feel like it's going to be a good time. So we've got some fun things that we want to do on the day, and just really just connect with people. So please come and
Yeah.
join us. Please do.
Yes.
So yeah.
Um, I would also like to bounce on to
Mhm.
the, the tarot reading 101 etiquette.
Yes. Okay.
This is a conversation that needs to happen
Hmm.
because if you also know what you're dealing with, you also know how to bring forth, like, you know how to approach it to then get the best result.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, this is true.
one of the things that I've just recently gone through, and I swear it drives me up the wall, is when I get a call and I'm talking to someone, and then they ask about four different things
Oh, girl.
in the space of 30 seconds.
Right. Yeah.
And then it's suddenly where I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, oh, slow down. It's like, what? But you're the psychic, you should know. I'm like, okay, first of all, once again, I don't know the people you're talking about. So I have to sit for a second and then I have to tune in. So it's
Right.
almost like think of it as a train, right? Like, or a bike. You get on a bike, so you're going in a certain direction, and then somebody is like, oh, what about this person? You have to stop. You have to put on your brakes. You have to
Yeah.
get off.
Hmm.
And you have to change direction. So if you're going to ask me about Tyrone and Philip and Lisa and whatever, you have to give me a minute.
It's
I
true.
can't just switch
I
that
agree.
way. Or even the jumping.
Yeah.
The jumping.
Yes, I actually agree with you. It's the same for me. As an intuitive tarot reader, that means I have to listen to my intuition. So that means I need time to listen, to pick up on what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, and that kind of thing, whilst looking at what's going on in the cards. So if we're doing a live chat or however we're doing it, and you're firing questions at me, yeah, and I'm trying to, and I want to answer them because this is the thing. I'm a perfectionist as well. You know me. I
Yeah.
hate when I'm not able to give you all the information that I feel like you should have. And if you're firing questions at me, then I've got less time to really give you what I think would be like a better answer or an in-depth answer. And I get it. People want to get the most for their money and all of that kind of thing. But you have to also consider that we need to see what comes through. There's different types of readers. You know, you've got the mediums and all of that kind of thing. But for me, how I read and even how you read, we need a minute. And firing questions is not really the best way. Also, how you ask or what you're asking, even. Because this is another thing. For me, timing questions. So, when will my ex come back? You know, okay, we can attempt to answer it with tarot cards. But for me personally, I feel like if we give you an answer, there's so many things that can affect the outcome of that. People have got free will. Anything can happen after you've had that reading that can change things. And also, when you're doing a tarot reading, a lot of the time you're tuning into current energy, what's going on right now. So if you say to me, when's my ex coming back? And right now, when we're doing the reading, your ex is there thinking, you know what, I miss that girl, you know. I really want to reconnect with her, right? And I've done the reading and I'm like, oh, you know, it looks like he's going to come back tomorrow. Then he gets a phone call from one of his ex or one of his side chicks, and he's like, well, let me go see that other girl. And then next thing you know, he's gone over there, had a good time with his little side chick or whatever. And he's like, actually, I kind of enjoy the single life. Do you see how it's changed? So now he's not thinking about, let me go back to this girl or whatever. So people need to bear in mind a lot of the times tarot readings are based on current energy. Yes, we can look at things in the future, but it can change. Just like that. So these are all the things that we want to talk about. Because it will help you, as Ella said, to ask questions in a way that will give you the insight, the answers that you need, that will hopefully help you and not hold you back and hinder you and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to
Yeah.
talk about, honestly. So we want to cover all these things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also something else that I have to say is like, I why obviously I love the word empathy because I am empathetic to when, especially with love. Like, I mean, love is just such an emotionally heavy
It is.
subject.
Oh, my goodness.
So when you get to a point where you're consulting a whole stranger
Mm-hmm.
about your love life, then there's something, it's heavy, right? And a lot of times somebody's not coming to you in the right frame of mind, like you're hurting,
This
especially
is
like if
true.
it's,
Mm-hmm.
heartbreak or whatever.
Yeah.
Just kind of watch how you talk to me, right? Like, let's just be honest here. It's just the same thing as like whether you go to fast food. If you're going to like come to me and want a service, but then you're going to try and attempt to tell me how to do it, when you're the one who's chosen me for the way that I do it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really going to receive that very well.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a mutual
Okay,
thing.
right.
We need to try and, be respectful to each other and
Yeah.
understand that the overall goal is to give you whatever insight it is that you need, whatever spirit, however, all these tarot readers read differently, spirit, universe, whatever, wherever the information is coming from, whatever it is that you are supposed to know at that time, like,
Yeah.
we need to be
Oh, that's the
respectful.
other part of it,
Yeah.
isn't it? That is the other part of it, what you're supposed to know, because some information can be shrouded up until a
You're not
specific
supposed
point.
to
And
know.
you need
That's
to know.
that's that's another thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, some things you're not supposed to know.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, girl, for me, like, if you come at me in a respectful way and you say hello or whatever, you just approach me in a decent way, I value that. more than anything. And the thing is, I will go over and above for all my clients, whether you say or
Anyway.
not. I would always go over and above, right? But for the people that are respectful and they understand, because some of my clients have said to me like, I really appreciate your energy. I know that this is energy work. Like they understand how this works, and I appreciate those people when they say that. I know not everyone's going to say that sort of thing, but I appreciate when people understand what it is and what goes into doing readings for people. So, the respect has to be there both ways, because I'm always like respectful to my clients, unless you want to, try and be rude to me now, then
No.
we have a problem. But I'm always respectful. I'm always polite, and
Don't do it.
you can't just come at people any old how. So I definitely agree with what Ella said.
Ooh, there are some readings that have still stuck with me that I wonder, like,
Yeah,
how's he doing? Like, is
it
he
does
okay?
happen. It does happen.
What
There are
came?
some clients that you
Okay.
really get attached to as well. Like
Yeah.
there's a couple, there's quite a few that I'm just like, I wish everyone well, but there's a couple that I know they're going through some things. I'm like, I hope, because sometimes you don't get updates. You do
Yeah.
read someone and they've come to you with something that's going on in their life, and you can feel the hurt. You can see it if it's a video or it's a live. You can see it in their face. And so you do the reading and you just hope that they get what they need from it and that they're going to be okay going forward. And sometimes you never
Yeah.
hear, what has happened with that particular situation or whatever. And we're not going to pry. We're not going to be like, if they do come back about a different subject, so say they've come about love the first time, and then they come back and they're asking about career. We're not going to be like, hey, so we've done your career reading, but what
What
happened
happened?
with Tyrone? What happened with Chris? So that's something we have to sit with. Like we don't get, I don't know, updates and follow ups and stuff like that.
No.
Not that it's not about that, but I'm just saying these are the kind of things that we do think about. We hope that people are okay
Yeah.
with whatever situation
Oh,
they're going through.
you more than I, but
Well,
what about the people that get addicted?
well,
Like,
girl, okay. We are definitely going to talk about that on the live stream, but I do have a couple of clients that they'll get
yes, ma'am,
reading,
you do.
they'll get reading, and I'll send them all away. We'll give them the reading, and they're happy and everything, and then they might come back and have another one. And then, I'm getting on with my life. And then they come back for another one, and then another one, and then another one. I had one lady that wanted quite a number of readings within, I think it was like 4 or 5 days or something. I mean, like a lot. And this is another thing we have to talk about as well, because it's like for me, when someone comes back continuously and they like repetitively in a short space of time, I start to get concerned because yes, I want to help you. Yes, I want to answer your questions. But then I'm starting to think, okay, are you relying on the tarot readings too much to get you through this current situation? Is this now helping you, or is it holding you back from processing this on your own? So these are the things that I think about. So there's a lot of tarot readers out there that they don't care, right? They will take your money all day long. They will flipping tell you whatever stories and fairy tales when they're doing their readings for you. We are not like that. And yeah, you're probably like, well, of course you're going to say that, but genuinely, like I do start to
Yeah, I
get
can't.
concerned if people are coming back in a short space of time. Also about the same topic or the same person, that I start to get a bit like, okay, we need to pump the brakes, because you also need to try and process things on your own. Like tarot is a tool and it's a very useful tool, but you also have to be able to process things on your own, or take that information from the tarot reading and sit with it, see what you get from it, revisit it in a couple of days, because you might have experienced the reading and you feel like you got something from it, but then you go back and then you picked up something else that you didn't catch the first time. So this is why I feel like it's important to let people know that's how we are in regards to our readings and how we deal with clients. Like I do get
Yeah.
concerned if you keep coming back in a short space of time, and I do get clients like that.
Yeah.
And you've had them, we both do, but I do get worried. I can't lie, I really do.
Yeah.
So, there's
Also, like energy is a bit like a current, like a water current.
yeah.
So if it's in like it a lot of time we can say a couple of days, but sometimes it's all about an energy shift. An
Mhm.
energy shift can happen in a couple of seconds, or it can take a couple of days, or it can
Yeah.
take a couple of weeks, months, years.
Mhm.
So if you're coming back in the same energy space that you came in last time, then obviously the answer is going to be the same because nothing has shifted.
Mm.
So you're coming in for insight on a shift or like has something shifted? But 10 to 1, like if you, like the example that you gave before is in like, the person sitting there thinking, oh, maybe I want to get back. I miss this person. And then somebody else calls them, or they go out that night and they meet up with someone else. And that's an energy shift.
Mm-hmm.
And that will affect what's coming out. So with me, I don't like doing timelines either.
Mm-hmm.
But what it is sometimes I do.
Yeah,
Sometimes I do
same.
see. I see clues.
Yeah.
That's it. So sometimes I'll see a clue
Mm-hmm.
of I don't know. It feels like springtime,
Yeah.
or it feels like. But then here's the other part, right? It could feel like springtime. I'm in Pacific Standard Time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm above the equator. So springtime is coming up
Mm-hmm.
in May. In March.
Yeah.
That's like 2 months time. But for someone in like Australia or South Africa, spring is in November. Or sometimes I'll get an image that is representative of something. So let's say I'll see a chick, right? So that's spring for
Yeah. Good
me.
stuff.
So, but that's spring in the northern hemisphere. I could be talking to somebody who's down here, but then that'll be your spring,
Mm.
which is a whole different time of the year. Whereas for somebody, if I was talking to them now, it'd be like up here would be spring, March. So it's just there's so much that goes into a second of just energy interpretation. That's what it is as well. You're getting a big picture, because even so, some people are so open out here giving information, and I will get information and I'm like, I don't know what I'm seeing. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I'm feeling something, but I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Thank goodness for the cards. But even when I pull up cards and I'm still like, I don't know what is this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then you have somebody just sitting looking at you like waiting. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm seeing here. I
Mm-hmm.
don't understand it. And then sometimes you get some really bizarre stuff. At which point I'm like, should I even mention this?
Girl, don't even go there. There have been
Like,
times, yeah, where things have come up for me when I'm doing a reading, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna actually say that because I feel it's correct. Everything in me is like, this information feels correct, but I don't feel like it's something that is helpful or it relates to the question. Tarot is an interesting. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm fascinated by it. And I also feel like with the cards, it is almost like storytelling. It's not. I don't want people to take
yeah,
it the wrong way, but when you're looking at cards, you're trying to answer the person's question and see like how they connect and what the story is. And I think that's part of why I love it so much, because you have to connect the dots in regards to what you see, what you feel, what you're thinking, even what you're picking up from the other person if they're in front of you, or you're doing a live video call or whatever. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm just super fascinated by the whole thing. But I've gone down a different road because this is not what we were talking about. Like,
I know it's fine. But you know what though? It's okay because I have to almost bounce on that.
yeah,
The storytelling, and if it wasn't for you, I would never have gotten into this, because the reason I was so resistant for so long in actually doing this professionally was because even though I had a stack of like tarot cards that I bought for a completely unrelated reason,
yeah,
the way that you would go about it, like when you would give me a reading and you're like, okay, it's the Four of Swords or Four of Wands, and this is what that means. I was like, well, that's what people are expecting, because like you're so clear, you're so concise about it. That's what people are expecting. But that's not what I'm seeing. I have no idea
mm-hmm.
what in the guidebook the Four of Swords means. I just look at it and then it's relative. So you ask me a question, I pull some cards, I get the cards,
Mm-hmm.
and then from it, I will get downloads, feelings, and then I will apply them to what you've asked me and then give you that information.
Mm-hmm.
So for the longest time, I was resistant because I'm like, okay, I got the Four of Swords. I don't know what that means in the deck. but I'm getting the story from it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Exactly.
I'm, I'm glad I finally got over the fact that like I'm like I don't know what that means.
Oh, me too. Because I remember saying to you, we spoke about this, and I was like, I wish you had told me you felt like that. Because two things. One, people read differently, right?
Yeah,
As you obviously know now, you've been doing readings and stuff like that, that you get information and you look at the cards. So that's how you read. How I read is I'm literally using the cards and thoughts and feelings and whatever. People read in different ways. And so I always say to you, well, I said it to you before, like, I wish you had told me that because maybe you would have
yeah,
started earlier. At the same time,
yeah,
maybe you wasn't meant to, you know, because
yeah,
sometimes things happen at times when they're supposed to happen. So, but everyone reads in a different way, girl. Everyone reads
yeah.
differently. So, yeah, I think with me, I'll tell you how I got into tarot, if anyone wants to know. So, my lovely friend here, this is going way, way, way back. She told me about this deck of cards called, what was it called? Arcs Your Guides, which is not tarot. But prior to that, I was not into anything really spiritual or card based or anything. And I remember having these deck of cards and I adored them, loved them, that kind of thing. Anyway, years and years and years and years went past, never really looked at tarot or anything. And then I started to watch tarot readings in regards to like relationship problems, which is probably where most people end up, you know, going down that road because they've broken up with someone or they missed their ex or whatever. And I decided to get myself a deck of cards, not even for a specific reason at that time. I just wanted a deck of tarot cards to see if I could like answer some questions for myself. And I remember I ordered them from Amazon, and when they came, the delivery guy knocked on my door like he was the police. Like it was a bang, bang, bang. Like I was on my sofa. I was on my sofa. I'm like, oh, my tarot cards are coming today. You know, I'm watching the TV. I'm super chill. And then this guy, when I say my heart jumped, I was like, why is he knocking on my door like that? So I go to open the door. He's left a parcel on the floor. I'm like, cool. Bring in the cards. And then I just kind of like, you know, start playing with them, looking at them. This is like years ago, like 5 years ago. Then I decided to go and offer my services online. I'm not going to say what platform, but I ended up getting quite a lot of tarot reading orders through. I mean, like hundreds and hundreds of them. And I just was by force, in a way, had to just do all of these readings. Not to say I didn't know how to read, but it was a learning curve. It was a very steep it was a very steep learning curve of me doing readings for people. And then from there I was like, no, this is my thing. This is my thing. I feel like I'm good at it. I enjoy it. Like I feel like I'm helping people. I got some great feedback from people at that time and I was relatively new. I mean, who told me to go and put my services online? I don't know, but that's
I'm
how it
glad you did.
started. It started with the bang on the door, the tarot cards come in, and me just, I don't know.
Welcome to tarot.
Welcome to tarot. Just, I got thrown in the deep end. Well, I threw myself in the
That
deep
part.
end. And it
Yeah,
kind of went from there. So, I don't know. I almost feel like it was something I was supposed to do.
absolutely,
And
absolutely.
I think for me personally, if I had done this when I was younger, I don't know if I would have continued doing it because way, way, way back, say like 10 years ago, I don't know when, but tarot is more accepted today, more now than ever. And I think back then, if I had done it, I would have been put off if I had got a negative comment from somebody. If I put a YouTube video out and I got like all these negative, oh, you're a witch, you're the devil. I mean, I've heard all that crap already. But you know, all of that sort of thing would have put me off back then. Whereas now, there's nothing you can say to me that can stop me at this point. Because as far as I'm concerned, I've consulted God, the Most High Creator, whatever you want to call, you know, where we come from and who created the earth, whatever. I've consulted the universe, God, the Most High. I've asked a number of times, especially in the early days, should I be doing this? Is this the right thing for me to do? And when I'm doing readings for people and they come back to me and they give me feedback and they say to me, look, you've helped me process something, helped me understand something, thank you so much, or whatever. There's no way that I can sit here and say I'm not supposed to do this or that it's wicked or it's evil. I'm sorry, that's just my stance on it. Like, I've had to fight with my feelings and things in the early
Mm-hmm.
days, and now I'm at the point
Mm-hmm.
where I'm just like, there's nothing that no one can tell me in regards to this. That this is something I'm supposed to be doing. So whoever doesn't like it, you know,
Change the channel.
that's your business. Like, I don't really care because at the end of the day, everyone has problems. As my lovely friend Ella says, we all have problems, and people process them, get insights, get guidance in different ways. So if people want to get a tarot reading to help them, who is anyone else to say anything about that? You know,
Mm-hmm.
if people want tarot readers, then you need tarot readers to do the tarot readings. So
That part.
anyway, you know I like to rant, girl. I'm not trying to rant
Yeah.
right now, so let me be quiet.
No, but I'm sorry, but I like your rants. Your rants make me laugh.
I am a rant.
Um, oh my gosh, I actually remember when you were in the middle of doing those hundreds of tarot readings, and every time I would text you, it was just another rant. I was like, this is
Girl, all the
just too
time.
much. I don't like it.
All the time. I was stressed. I was like, oh my god, so many to
You
do.
were.
I had so
You
many.
were.
But I put my all into every single one. Every single
Yeah.
one. I tried. I really did like give my all to that. But
You took a long break though, didn't you? It was the equivalent of never drinking again, never doing that again. No, no,
girl, I'm telling
never.
I feel like it was meant to happen like that because I literally, as I said,
I,
I got thrown in the deep end. So what you were saying about like when you're doing a reading and you look at the cards, but you're not looking at the meaning of the cards in the guidebook or that's not how you read. I started out like that, as loads of people do. I'm looking at the guidebook. I'm trying to figure out what kind of reader am I in the early days, and there was a lot of reading that went down until I got into my stride of like, okay, I know what the cards mean now, but I'm starting to feel things, or I'm starting to hear a song in my head. There'll be a song, and I'm like, why is this song in my head? Or
that's right.
whatever. Remember, I said to you one time I was doing a reading. I can't remember who it was for. If it was for me, or I think it might have been for myself. And I saw like it
They
looked
were
like the
moving.
character had moved. Like, for example, let me see if I've got a card here. What can I? Okay, example. We've got Page of Swords, right? One time I was doing a reading. I went high or anything. I promise you, I went drunk. But I was doing a reading, and the character moved, like literally moved, as in like for this character here, the arm moved the sword, just like moved it. I was like, am I hallucinating? Like, I remember, I'm sure I called you. I don't think it was a text. Did I call you? I was like,
No, you told me, yeah.
I've done a reading and looks like the character's moving to me, and I feel like I've lost the plot. Like, seriously. And it happened a couple of times, and I'm just like, what does that mean? But to me, I'm just fascinated by it because I don't know
Yeah.
where that came from, what that was, or what. I don't know, but I feel like I'm just really like connected to my cards for real because I've had them for like
Yeah.
well, probably almost 6 years now. Like I
Mhm.
love my deck, and actually, can we just talk about tarot decks for a minute? So,
Yes.
I feel like I'm just-
Let me find it. Find your Page of Swords and I'll find mine.
okay. Hold on. Oh, I had my Page of Swords.
Yes.
I have mine. Wait, first of
Go
all,
on.
let me get. Where's the box? I don't know where the box is, but anyway,
Oh, you have your box. Mine,
mine is
mine
somewhere.
gone, girl.
I had it somewhere. Anyway, my deck of cards that I use and I adore is Modern Witch Tarot. I think it's by Lisa Sterl, I think. And this is another thing actually. When I got my tarot deck, I was looking hard for a tarot deck of cards that had black people in it. Now, before anyone says anything, at the time when I was watching tarot videos, it was all like uh, white characters. There's nothing wrong with that. The tarot
The
cards,
traditional
tarot cards had
rider way.
white people in it. And I was like, well, I want black people because I'm black. Anyway, the cards that I wanted were in America. I'm in the UK, and it was just going to take too long to come. And I was like, I want my cards like now. So I got the deck that I have. But the deck that I have, I adore because it's a very diverse deck. Yeah. But all I will say is I love my deck. I'm very much attached to my deck, and I love that it's got different characters that represent all kinds of people. That's all I wanted to say. So yes.
Yeah. No, I actually remember how we came across like it was a huge laugh about it because we would pull cards. Actually, you want to show yours and I'll show
Yeah.
mine.
So Page of
So
Swords,
this is
right?
my Page of Swords.
Which is
Oh,
mine.
manicure. Yeah, so we didn't know at the time that we were interpreting different things. So I would say, "Oh, it's the person's facial expressions," and she's like, "Hmm?" And then finally, I don't remember what it was. We were like, "We're not dealing with the same things," and then that's
Yeah.
when we started seeing because okay, so if you put yours again,
Mm-hmm.
like so, if something like this came up for me, so one of the things that would come up for me is like look at the birds at the top
Yeah.
and like just even the colors of the tights.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say somebody would ask me what should I like I've just started dating this girl, what should I think about them, and if this came up This, believe it or not, I don't think would have anything to do with the reading. But if it came up,
Mm-hmm.
10 to 1, I would be drawn to the red.
Mm.
And then other cards would come up with red on that. So the red would pop out at me, as in like, oh, this person a red flag.
Yeah,
Just don't want to. So
yeah.
I always thought that is really kind of interesting, because yours, that would not come out that
I
way.
don't
I
have
think
all
that's how
that.
it came up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So yeah, I'd be drawn to probably different. Well, obviously different things because the colours are different. The character's
Yeah.
different. You know, I have a
So
girl.
different.
She's got long flowing hair and all of that. So you
Yeah.
know, but I do love that when we do like readings for each other, and then we send like photos of the cards, and then we sit and we talk about it and stuff like that. We are drawn to different things on our own cards because sometimes we compare cards and stuff like that. So it is fascinating. And I did say I wanted to get the deck that you have because you have the traditional Rider-Waite deck.
Yeah.
And I do need to get that. And then you've also said you want to get the same deck as me. So
Yes.
we need to do it
Actually,
actually.
yeah, I know, right? Like Amazon Prime.
I mean, yeah.
So for the 10-hour live, we're each gonna have both. I'm gonna have my Rider-Waite,
Yeah.
as well as the one that Chelle's got,
Yeah,
and Chelle's
same.
gonna have both
Yeah.
as well.
We
So
have the same deck, so.
it'll be bigger. Can you imagine? This is difficult enough to shuffle for
Mm-hmm.
me. So can you imagine like an extra? There'll be cards flying all
Yeah,
over.
there's cards all over the place, girl. But we'll have to make it work, you know? We'll figure it
Yeah.
out. But yes, no, I'm definitely excited, and I feel like we've spoken quite a lot. Actually, we've covered quite a few things. I think in our.
Yeah.
How long have we talking? Girl, we've been talking for an hour. An
Yeah,
hour.
see, this happens. This keeps happening.
An hour and 2 minutes.
You know,
Let me just tell you,
like,
right? When me and her talk, as I said, we've known each other for like 20 odd years, whatever. We talk. When I say hours. We talk for hours. About what? Please don't ask us about what, because it's nothing and everything. Like we talk about.
We have proof now.
An hour.
Like that we talked about something and we got productive. But I tell you, like,
yeah. So
in my head, we just got on 5 minutes ago.
That's what it feels
so
like.
You know, an hour.
That's what it feels like. It feels like we have just gone on. But yeah, we've been talking for an hour, girl. So listen, have we covered everything? Because you know what we're like. Do you feel like there's anything else we need to talk about? What do you think?
No, that's it really. It's honestly, the reason we came to do this was just basically to announce the Psychic Clinic with Chelle and Ella presents 10-hour Valentine's Day live stream on the 14th of February 2025, 3 p.m. to 1 a.m. GMT, London time. 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. PST, Las Vegas time.
Yes. Please join. If you don't join, yeah? I'm joking. Please join. Sorry. No, for real. The reason, I feel like we've spoken about so much things, but yeah, you're right. The reason is to announce what we're doing, the 10-hour live stream marathon about love, because it's on Valentine's Day.
Love.
To introduce ourselves was part of this video that we're doing as well. So you can get to know us a little bit and, you know, how we read and, you know, our thoughts and stuff, because we are opinionated women, I would say, you know, and we're not afraid to share our opinions. I feel like we're very real, you know, and I think that we just wanted to share ourselves with you ahead of the live stream. So.
Yeah, I think we might need to address that, because people who see us in the street, at least me, because I've been told so.
Right.
I apparently have a resting bitch face. So do you, Chelle. I know you do. I remember when we first met.
I do. Are we going to talk about this? Because
no, we have to. Yes.
The story is that I never liked Ella when I met her. This is the truth. The reason why, and I was very young, teenage. The reason why I feel is because I'm like, who are you? I was very like protective of another friend that we have, like any friends that I have. They're my friends, they're mine. And so my other friend, mutual friend, was in a class with her. And one day we kind of all gathered, and I was just like, who are you? Who are you? I don't know you, and why are you friends with my friends? And my mindset back then was a bit mad, but I was young anyway. It's fine. And
Yeah.
then, I don't even know how we ended up being as close as we did. I think we just started like hanging out or talking,
Yeah.
and it just kind of
Yeah.
there. But my
The
face,
person who brought us together
yes,
dropped off the
yeah,
face of
I
the
don't even
earth.
talk to
Like,
her no more. She disappeared.
she gone.
I hope she's good. I hope she's well. But we
Yeah.
after like college and stuff, we never don't know
That
where she
part,
is.
like, I just,
Not a clue.
bye.
Yeah,
No,
so
it's gone.
don't know where
No
she is.
trace.
But yeah, you're right. My
But she was
face,
real.
yes, my face is very much resting bitch face. Never mind that I'm smiling and joking. See, this is the thing, right? When you're talking to me, or especially when you get to know me for real, you will realise that I'm not mean and I'm not a bitch. But if you
No.
see me on the street, like I'm going shopping or whatever, I look like I'm on a mission and I don't, or I look like I don't want to talk to anyone for real. So
Yeah.
I do have that kind of that face.
Oh, yeah,
You do as
absolutely.
well.
Like,
So yeah, when you met me, I don't think I gave the most inviting
no.
impression. My bad.
That's what he is. No, but I think it wasn't too long after that, though.
Yeah.
Especially when our friend, like, just disappeared. Because I think that's what brought us together. Because
Yeah,
we
could
would
be that.
call and be like,
Yeah.
where is she? Like, did you hear from her? Did I? What? It's like, well, while we're waiting, do you want to go to Romford or Stratford real quick?
I think
Like,
that's how
oh
it
my
went. I actually think that's how it went because we were concerned. I was like, "Where is she?" One
Hmm.
day she was here, next minute no trace of her. Like, nothing. Where did she go? Which is, shit. We need to do a reading on that. You know, we ain't never done a reading on what the hell
Dude.
happened. Maybe
Yes.
we need to. How did we not think? Anyway,
Yeah.
that's a topic for another day.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. We might have to do it off because we don't want to give her name.
No, we're
Um,
doing that on camera. That's the whole. I mean,
yeah.
anyway, let me not talk about that. But that's
But I feel like somebody's invested now, is in like, oh, wait, I want to know. Like, what happened
actually.
to
I'm just gonna move right along to another subject right there. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. What else can we talk about?
Well, do you want to do like a reading? But on what though? I don't know. Like
What? That's the thing. I don't even know.
the
Well,
collective
okay. Let me be.
love.
Excuse me. I'm not doing a reading for a collective, right? I'm doing a reading for myself. When am I gonna find a new man? No, I'm joking.
You out here putting your business, child.
No,
Okay.
I'm joking. I'm actually joking. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, hold on. How about energy forecast for the month of February?
Okay, we could do that. Yes,
Two.
let's do an energy forecast for the month of February. So I'm going to knock it out on my cards. I like to knock them
And
at the energy before I
yeah.
do another.
And then when we're off camera, we can find out.
Yeah,
Like,
see, yes. But
maybe we should-
I think I need to do a reading on my love life. To see,
yeah.
what's going on. Where's
See
my
it.
husband? Is he coming
Yeah.
in February or
Your husband, eh?
my husband? Yeah. Where is he? Huh? He's hiding from me. But yeah, right. Let me.
Well, but you know what though? You
Yeah.
know how like I went because we get readings too. Because
Yeah.
I mean, and we get readings from other readers,
Yeah,
not just each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I've gotten readings like that as well because I'm like, where's my person? And the I get frustrated with sometimes like the abstract answers.
Mm-hmm.
The whole, well, you need to get out. You
Right.
ain't gonna fall in your lap. And I'm like, well, why not?
Right.
Why don't you knock on my door and be like,
Exactly.
God sent me?
Mm.
You gotta go out there.
Yeah.
I don't want to go out there. When I'm out there, I'm on a mission. Hence the resting bitch face. I swear to you, I'm not a bitch. I'm just on a mission.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said the other day, you're like, I just want to get home. I want to get home. I want to take my bra off. I want to take my wig off. I just want to relax. And I'm thinking about that as I'm leaving.
Mm-hmm.
So as I'm outside, it is literally a countdown to when can I get home. And also, I'm probably fighting all of the energies that I'm tuning into.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
exactly. And you did say that. I'm like very much thinking about getting home before I've even left the house. Like,
That part.
Don't get me wrong, I do like to be outside sometimes, depending on what it is. But I do like to be at home. And I also feel like anyone that comes up to me when I'm really on a mission for real, and I've got stuff to do, in a short space of time is a brave, brave man. Because my face, I look literally angry. So, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I actually remember. I'm gonna share this story.
Okay, go on.
So as you can see, we are plus size girls,
Queens.
and so in uh like early 2000s, mid 2000s London,
Mm-hmm.
Shell and I would run around. At least you did. You always had the tops with the cleavage,
Very low cut.
and
Mm-hmm.
uh no, girl, like your cleavage was out there cleavaging. Like we was
Yep.
not mad at that. We were
Mm-hmm.
not mad at that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what was always interesting is the attention you would get to your chest, and then you would look up at your eyes, like your face, and it would be like, the fuck you looking at? But it's almost like they're there. How could you not look at them? You just like you want to stick your finger in it.
I know, it's true.
Look at
It's so true. You know what happened to me one time? I was on the bus, right? And I had my low cut top on and everything. And there was an older Caribbean lady. I don't know where she was from, but she's a Caribbean lady. And she was like, "You need to hide your glory. You're giving it away for free." I was like, "Oh, excuse me." I'm like, "Don't mind, ma'am." I didn't say that.
my business.
I was polite. I wasn't rude to her. I was like, "No, I hear you." I can't remember what I said to her, but I weren't really listening to what she was saying. But she was concerned about my chest. She was like, "You're giving it all away," and I was just like, "I mean, it is what it is."
That is not
You know,
it.
I need to go back to them days when like
You do.
I've been covered up for.
Yeah.
I've been covered up for a while. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Bring it out.
yes.
Bring it out.
Um,
I mean, bring it out when it's not so cold outside,
yes,
because,
it's
like,
too
you know,
cold.
kind of
It's too cold right now, but
Right.
it's summertime.
that
Yeah.
part. Summertime.
I'm gonna be back. Low cut
Yes.
tops. Yeah, everything's out.
Bring back the low cut tops.
They
Yeah, and
need to
also,
return. They need
here's the other thing. Like, I'm sorry if this is too TMI, but ladies in the chest department, if you're endowed, you will understand this. We love an underwire, but underwire is work. Okay,
it hurts sometimes.
because yeah, like I am a huge fan of the non-underwire, but then it also means that the breast and stomach might be fighting for a place at some point because we're not held up. so
Oh
yeah,
my god!
I mean, yeah,
I didn't even
yeah.
hear. Look, no. Can we just do the energy read for February?
That's
I don't know.
rabbit hole. We might have to cut that out.
No, we don't. We do not. Because I hate underwire bras. But you're right.
Yeah.
When there's no wire in the bra, everything's just like
Freedom.
free and swinging. I saw a video. Yes, I saw a video. I don't know where it was, YouTube or Instagram, of this woman. She had like a muumuu on or whatever, and she was doing this dance where her titties were like
No
bra, whatever. They're just going round in the muumuu,
wow.
and I'm just there watching it. And I'm just like
mesmerized.
Like I'm in full on round. I was like,
helicopter. Yeah.
She was dancing. So I'm just saying, when I'm home, I just don't. I don't like clothes, and I don't like bras. You know, every woman when they get
I'm wearing a muumuu.
girl, yes,
Yeah.
the bra comes off. Everything comes off.
Oh,
everything. I want no clothes.
They look so good though.
Cold.
Like it changes a whole outfit.
Yeah. Yep.
It changes a whole outfit
Mm-hmm.
when you have the underwire and
It's
like
true, everything
things are held in place.
up there.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you might knock yourself out, but like it especially a good one, like with the good straps, and you're standing tall.
Yes.
Because like with these like the non ones, it is easy to just kind of like,
Yeah, but they're comfortable though, man. But yeah, good old underwire bra and the shapewear and all that. Your body's just like, yeah,
body in.
Body. So
Yeah.
moving on, shall
I
we?
don't know how we got here, but
Move on, babes.
Sorry.
I said, let's move on, girl.
Yes. This was initially going to be like, what was it, like a 13 minutes?
I don't even know.
And then we were like 45.
Is that what we said?
I don't even know.
I don't know what.
Sorry?
What did we agree to? Was it 30 minutes?
Yeah, it was supposed to be 30
30
minutes.
minutes. Stop it. We've been at it for an hour, almost an hour and a half. Okay, let's wrap it up. Let's just do the energy reads. I'm just gonna do a free card pull for February, and then you know,
Sounds good.
do your.
Okay, so what's the question? What do we need to look forward to for February?
Yeah, we could do that as a collective. What good things are coming uh, our way for the collective in February?
Ooh-wee.
We could do that. What do you think?
Okay,
Yeah.
I got my cards.
All right. Let me.
My story is it's just I feel like the energy shift is so January it felt very like almost like fist closed tight wadding,
Mhm.
like because obviously that post Christmas brokenness. So I do feel like there's going to be a little bit more flow, energetic, just more abundance, and abundance isn't just financially. It's the flow of money, it's flow of emotions,
Mhm.
flow of opportunities, connections.
Yeah.
I do feel like money is going to be good,
Mhm.
people's money. So if you work money in January, you're going to start to see your money open, even if it's not like more coins or a raise or whatever, but just like maybe opportunities going in the direction
Yeah.
of more financial openings and opportunities. And I just feel like it's going to be just a bit more openness.
Yeah. I agree with that because on a personal level, I just feel like things are going to shift. We've spoken about this. You've said the same thing. Like February is just going to have a different energy where I feel like things are going to move finally for me personally. So I will share the cards that I've pulled and then I'll kind of go from there. So I have the Tower. Ooh, the Tower card. It's not a bad thing. Like,
No.
we've got Page of Pentacles, yeah, and then we've got Two of Cups. So, looking at the three cards that I've pulled, I feel like the Tower card actually is not a bad thing, especially because the question was, what good things do we have to look forward to? So, what I feel like is there is a shift, as we've just spoken about, where people will be able to finally build on a solid foundation going forward. Okay, this typically is about an unexpected event, things falling apart and all that kind of thing. But I feel like, even for me personally, I've been through a lot of crap. And I am now in that position where I'm ready to build. I'm ready to rebuild my life. I think I said that to you today, actually. Rebuild my life. There is a solid foundation that is either here for some people or it's on the way. So if you're going through a really crappy time or you have been recently, there's a shift coming. And I feel like from there, you will be able to move forward finally in the right direction. I say that because we've got the Page of Pentacles. And Page of Pentacles is a lovely card. Look at that yellow. Like, it's so positive, and it's a Pentacles card, which is about career, business, money, that kind of thing. So as a collective, a lot of people will finally be able to make moves when it comes to money. Or if you're going to start a business, or if you're going to expand your business, or if you want to switch careers, or maybe you'll get a job offer. There are good things, definitely good things coming in February. This is a beautiful energy. It's a start. It's a new beginning kind of energy. So that's really nice. And then we've got Two of Cups. Two of Cups can be about a lot of things. It can be about love. It can be about creativity. It can be about making good connections, as in friendships, as in people you work with. Things just flowing the way that they should be, finally. So if you're single, you might meet somebody. If your relationship's been a bit crap, a bit shit of late, things might finally start to flow a bit better because you've got money. Maybe you can go out on dates, or you'll just feel better because you finally got a job, or you've got new ideas for your business and you can think better, and so you can pour into your partner again. It's all nice energy. It's like, okay, it's a bit crap, right?
Well, no, but the Tower being is also like it shifts the foundation, and a lot of times it doesn't necessarily mean it's a physical foundation.
Yes.
It could be a emotional, like
Exactly.
things you've always things you always did
Yeah, change
do
your
different.
mindset. Yeah, do things
Yeah, I
differently.
mean, even changing the direction, like the route you take to work,
Mm-hmm.
take a different one.
Mm-hmm.
If you're always taking the train,
Mm-hmm.
ride your bicycle. Like, you're gonna meet different people. Whenever there's a shift, so it's so funny that the cards you came to. My first one was
Ace of Cups.
Ace
Oh,
of
yeah,
Cups.
yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. So also, like looking at the lily pads on there, it's kind of like opportunities to go from where you think you're stuck. Because when you're looking at that, there's no land.
Right.
The way that I would interpret that, there is no land.
Mm-hmm.
And for the anxiety sufferers out of us, it a lot of times anxiety will, the fear anyway, will present itself as like drowning, like the fear of drowning. You're not going to drown. There's lily pads. Just jump. And even if you do
Mhm.
land in the water, you can swim. Or there's another lily pad right there, right?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
shift your perspective,
Mhm.
shift. And also, I do feel like anytime the ace cards for me, that cloud represents like surprises, like
Mm.
coming out of nowhere.
Right.
This stuff will just come out of nowhere. Like,
Mhm.
so one day I don't know, you're looking for a job in tech, and then your actual dream job in entertainment like just comes out because you talk to somebody.
Mhm.
My second one, interestingly enough, is also like a pentacle
Oh,
card.
okay, nice. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Focus on your money. Money.
Yes. Love it. Yeah. All about the money.
That's it.
Especially after
Hmm.
January as well. You know, like January is the longest month ever in life.
Oh my.
Like,
Yeah.
and it's hard for a lot of people, like, especially if you get paid on the last working day of the month.
Oh
How
my gosh.
long that is to wait. So I'm glad that there's pentacle cards here because that means
Yes.
hopefully money's coming for some people, opportunities, new jobs. I don't know, making connections with people that can move your business forward, whatever. But this is good.
Hmm.
So I'm glad that we've got some pentacles for sure.
Yes. And then I also got the Gums
How
card.
did you?
So
You
connections,
oh,
relationships,
yeah, yeah.
you know.
I have the same. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do feel like opportunities, like these types of opportunities, though, what this makes me feel like, it's going to open up in February. So maybe you might meet someone, but I don't feel like it's actually going to really take off.
Mhm,
Like you may go on a date or like do the I'll see you on Saturday, a
mhm.
Saturday of dates,
Yeah.
but then come in the springtime because these are like the blooming flowers. I feel like in the springtime it's really where it's going to, but the foundation will be laid in February.
Yes. Also, that card, I always think of like something from the past. So it
Uh-oh.
could be that someone from your past is kind of, going to circle back.
Mhm.
But it is also about stability as well. So I feel like with that card, there's something. Either you're going to be able to like reconnect with like your inner child or something from the past that like made you happy again, or maybe someone from your past is going to like circle back. That's the kind of energy I do get from that card as well. So,
You know what's so interesting?
well,
The if your past person comes up, I'm feeling like it would probably be energy. Do not let it back in the cross. I would say,
yeah,
yeah, because they're in the
okay.
past for a reason.
No,
They
no,
should stay
we
in.
want new. We want new.
Yeah, we want new stuff. Yeah, and also receiving. I feel like receiving. See, that one is giving to receive.
Well, this is the thing. It's a collective reading.
Accept.
So I think with that, it could go either way. Like some of you can have an ex that's going to come back round, and as Ella said, don't let them come back. And for others, it could be an ex is going to come back and they actually have something to offer. Finally,
That's, yeah, something
something
beautiful. Yeah.
sensible, something stable where you can both build together and grow together and actually have a decent relationship. So there's too many people out there for us to narrow it down. It could go either way. But
Especially if it was toxic. Like if it was toxic,
right,
why? Why?
yeah,
And especially if you've done, here's one thing I've come to realize is, when you're about to break, you're on the precipice of something great,
mhm,
something that you've been working towards, there's always a significant, like a person who comes offering like good sex, right?
yeah,
It doesn't mean you have to have sex with them, but it's just like somebody who is in that energy that comes and disrupts your vibe. It's almost like the universe is testing whether you are ready to keep going or you're going to fall back to old ways.
mhm.
And so I think that that's what it is. Like if you're somebody from the past will circle back, or even someone new who's offering you something that has a lot to do with distracting you from your path,
Mhm.
you might need to be like, thanks, but no thanks.
Yes, I do
So
agree with that for sure because Page of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles is on a mission. Page of Pentacles is trying to build something. Page of Pentacles is trying to go somewhere and get things done. So if you are not in alignment with what Page of Pentacles is trying to achieve, or even if we take away from like the money side of things, career, whatever, if you're just not in alignment, so if your ex comes back and it feels wrong, you both don't want the same thing, you're both not on the same page, should you let them back in? Probably not. So then in that case, you need to make a choice. It is a 2 card as well. So you need to make a choice. Are you choosing yourself? Are your peace, your balance, your happiness?
Oh, peace. Oh my.
Because peace is
Woo.
important. I'm just saying. Don't come and play with my. But I think because we've got 3 cups cards. I think you've got 2 and I've got 1. So I think there is some energy around love.
Oh no, I have 2. I have Ace of
Yeah,
Cups.
you have 2. Yeah, I've got 1. So there's okay. So we've got 3 cups cards. So there is something there around love, even pouring into yourself, self-love as well.
Yeah.
If you've not been pouring into yourself, then February should be a time, well, it's always a good time, but pour into yourself. Valentine's Day is coming up. You ain't got no man, no woman, whatever. Okay, don't stress. Pour into you. If you're going through a heartbreak, pour into yourself. Run a bath, have a little drink, get your favorite chocolates, watch a movie, book a spa day.
Spend time with us. I mean,
yes, obviously, come on now, spend time with us. But there is something in the air about foundations being reset, going after your goals, and just I don't know. There's something about love and self-love. Obviously, being February, that makes sense. But
yeah. Well, I mean, also, if you're in a good space yourself, you're in a better space to discern about whether the person coming into your life is bringing aligned energy. Because I mean, there's always going to be somebody wanting in.
Yeah,
always. I mean, toxicity is opportunistic. If you open the door, it's going to come in. If you don't, it'll move right on. So I think just and unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, self-love and self-care is it is very, and it's kind of an abstract concept, because a lot of times it's like, okay, run yourself a bath, go get your nails done, but nobody talks about the aspect of just being like, ooh, you know what, I've been celibate for 5 months and this person looks good, but this person comes with problems,
right.
the types of problems I don't need in my life right now. So am I going to go for the 3-minute break the bow, or am I going to stand in my own, there was a reason I was celibate type of situation?
Well, that's it.
And so it's very like, and the self-love part of it is, you know what, you can be a bad communicator, you can be toxic, you can be gossipy. I'm not trying to change you, but I am very, very discerning about what I allow into mine, because I don't want that. I don't want to stay up all night wondering why you haven't called me. Who are you out with?
Right.
No, I would rather be sitting there with my sandwich, minding my own business, watching Netflix, not thinking about you.
That's it.
So
that is it. It's true. Boundaries, self-love, boundaries is a big part of that. So I definitely do agree with that for sure. I do want to talk about influencing energies. So I take the cards at the bottom of my deck and the top just to see. I take those as influencing energies when I'm doing a reading. So I've got at the bottom 5 of Pentacles. So for me, obviously this didn't come out in the main reading. So I feel like a lot of you maybe have gone through hard times, as we've just been speaking about. January is a very long month when it comes to finances. Or even in relationships, some of you may be feeling like, you're alone, maybe you're missing an ex and that kind of thing. But I feel like, something is going to shift. And any feelings of like, oh, I'm so broke, I don't know how I'm going to make it through, or I feel alone and that kind of thing, things I feel like are going to start to shift in February. And I feel like better days are on the horizon. That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting. And so, top of the deck, I've got 7 of Pentacles. And I feel like with that, the first thing I thought when I saw this card was all the effort, all the hard work I've put in for however long into whatever it is, whether it's a business, into yourself to heal, whatever, it's going to pay off. You're going to get the fruits of your labor like really soon. So I feel like that's saying like, don't give up, keep pushing forward, because February brings change. And I feel like it's positive change. So everything that you've done thus far, don't feel like it doesn't mean anything, because it does. And that's in all aspects.
Yes.
So that is what I'm getting for February.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. I don't do the bottom of the deck, but I will have a clarifying card. Yeah. As I've said, you my spreads overwhelm you, Chelle. I'm sorry, but I won't. But I just do.
Listen, my friend over there loves to have like a number of cards. As we have said, we read differently.
A novel.
I like to keep it minimal and like clarify. Did
Simple.
she read, girl? Card.
Yeah, no, but I only pulled my one clarifying card. And for me, this is a card of movement,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're on the water, you've got the person that's pushing the water along. So it's going to move. Whether it's moving to choppy waters, whether it's moving to whatever, I think that there has been a lot of stagnancy. There's a feeling of like just getting out of the stagnancy. And that's what water is as well. It's like flowing.
Mm-hmm.
And when, also when you're dealing with just health, you have to look at how your fluids are flowing, because you can also see the way your own personal health, and by are your tears flowing,
Mm-hmm.
sweat, that sort of thing. And if it's not, and you're retaining water, then obviously that's something that needs to shift as well, because you can find that things in your life are definitely always going to, especially like when you're doing a lot of spiritual work. I do a lot of spiritual work and a lot of self-development work. So you find that the mind, the body, the spirit, the emotions are all aligned. And when one is out of alignment, it throws everything out of whack, else out of whack. So coming back to this, it is a month of movement. We are going to move.
Yes.
We're going to
yes, I agree. I think for me, what I'm getting from that card as well, it's a similar thing to you of like, whatever blockages there may have been, whatever things you've been carrying that's holding you back or have held you back, somehow are going to be cleared one way or another, whether you want it or not. Yeah, something. Or not, whatever's been in your way, whatever's not right, whatever, something is going to be cleared out so that you can, move. The card that you
move
have,
or be moved.
Move or be moved. So I feel like, yes, I agree with you on the movement part. Actually, I do like the Six of Swords, because that is a card about moving from like choppy waters to calmer waters, or just heading into the unknown, but trying to be okay with whatever that looks like. And it's not easy to do when you're heading into the unknown. If you're starting a new job or you're getting into a new relationship and, you've been through heartbreak before, or your last couple of jobs, you thought they were great and then they turned out to be crap. Like when you're heading into new things, and I feel like there is an energy of newness, it's not always easy. But I think we need to try and embrace any new things that come our way as much as we can. So,
and I think that's why it's important to maintain some kind of spiritual practice, whether it's meditating, whether it's prayer, whether it's your connection with God, source creator, because that connection will always, it's like a gauge. It keeps you on track, especially like think of like that darkest part of the night. There's no moon, there's no lights, there's no map, there's no phone, there's nothing. It's just you and the dark. So now you can let the fear take over, and then you're in a ball screaming into the night, or you can be like, okay, God, source creator has got me, and I just got to trust that the next step, I'm not going to fall into a ditch. The next step is I'm going to keep going. And if you need to stop and recalibrate and like connect and shut the world out for a minute, then that's what you need to do. But either way, keeping some kind of spiritual practice that keeps you connected, because like we said, life and people and problems will shift you. You could wake up in the worst mood ever, and then a smile from a stranger shifts your mood and suddenly you're happy. Or opposite, you could be like, okay, I'm ready to face the day. I came outside today.
Exactly.
And then somebody side eyes you, and all of a sudden you're just not ready to shine your light anymore, and you just want to get inside. So have your spiritual practices, and we are absolutely going to have to go now.
Well, at least we did the reading, which is nice. I'm glad we did that actually, because I don't think we planned to do that, but why did we not plan to do that? We kind of need to do a reading, so I'm glad that we did. Anyway, that's what we got for you for February, and this is who we are. I hope that you will join us for our live stream on February the 14th. And it would be great to connect with you all. So I guess we're leaving it there.
How do we sign out?
We're gonna say goodbye to you because we got things to do.
It's hard to say.
No, for real. Please join us, and I hope you have enjoyed our intro video. So peace.